Hey guys, welcome into Create Like Katy. I'm here with a very, very special guest, Sabrina Fry, and she is the bead mosaic artist. And I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We are going to be broadcasting this live on YouTube, and we've got it pulled up over here on JTV Extra and on Facebook. So I will sort of be moderating, passing along questions, and I'll do my best to keep up with everything. We are coming up a little bit late today. Sorry, guys. We just, you know, we came from broadcast and then we had like a little break, and now we're back to make some more art.
Back at it, yeah.
So we're gonna have so much fun, and we appreciate you joining in. And yeah, so let me just get everything pulled up. So I guess let everybody know who you are, Sabrina, in case they missed the broadcast.
Okay.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, I'm Sabrina Fry, and I'm a professional bead mosaic artist. So I focus all of my time and efforts on taking beads where they've never gone before and seeing what I can do with them.
I love your art. There's one of your tree pieces. We're actually selling this kit today. But behind us, we have some of your larger scale masterpieces, really.
Thank you.
This is a really pretty one. Would you just kind of talk through that piece?
Yeah, so this tree of life that I did has all different types of beads in it. And so I had a lot of fun with it because I've got leaf shapes and I've got some natural stones in here, and most of these beads were purchased when I went to the Czech Republic and I got to tour the factories of the beads. So I bought a lot of the beads there that were handpicked, and I was able to create this 4-season tree of life. And this particular piece is mostly one bead at a time. So some of my pieces I can use the techniques that we're going to show you today with the kits, and then other pieces I combine different techniques together and do them one at a time, which is what this one is.
How long did that take you to make?
That guy was about 70 hours of work.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, well then can we show the tulips too, please? Because I mean, actually can't pick a favorite anymore, but I love the tulips, how you did this. It is so beautiful, and it deserves its moment.
The tulips are actually the same technique that we're going to show you in the kits that we're selling here. But I switch things up a little bit, and I like people to, you know, be creative and do something different. So I used bugle beads, I used seed beads, I used the Art Edge product in some colors. I was able to paint some of it, and this is made on a repurposed sign. So I like to use a lot of repurposed materials in my work and give them new life. I use cabinet doors and things. So this is an old sign that I remade.
I love that. Okay, I'm already getting some questions in my head about don't let me forget about repurposed materials a little bit later. Okay, so do we have the live stream up on YouTube? Do we know? Okay, all live streams are up and running. I've got Andrew. Thank you so much, Andrew, for getting everything set up for us today. Everyone's starting to tune in. Okay, so let's just go ahead and talk through our first kit. Okay. We've got the 4 Seasons tree kit, and these are all exclusive to JTV. So she has an amazing website that you guys can visit, but you won't find these special curated kits on there. So this is just one of 4. I might pull the other 4 over because I just think they're so cute as a little, what's a 4 diptych? A diptych.
There you go.
Quad
the set of 4. 4 seasons. It's a 4-season set.
Yeah, and you get everything you need. You get the frames, the beads, and the boards, all the stuff. So why don't you just kind of talk through it, Sabrina? Why don't you show us how to make one, and then tell us kind of what you get in the kit as you go. Okay. Don't you think that'd be the best way to do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So with the kit, you're going to get the boards, which these are solid MDF boards, so they're really tough, and they're good solid art boards. You're going to get the Art Edge products to make your trees, and I'm going to show you how we do that really easily. And then you're going to get my special skinny glue that's specially designed for this. You're also going to get the beads that come with it, and then you're going to get the tool kit, and that comes in this bag. And then in the toolkit, you're going to get the same tools that I use every day to make these pieces. So they're the same tools that I use. You're going to get your touch-up tray. You're going to get a big scoop with some sorting trays, the big triangle sorting trays. You've got special tweezers. They're non-magnetic tweezers so that they don't stick to the metals in your beads. You've got craft knife so you can cut the lines and things. You've got a stylus, a wax pencil to pick up beads with, and then a special scooping tool. It's kind of a multi-purpose tool. So these are the things that I use every day in my studio all day long to make everything that I do.
Awesome. Okay, okay. And also, just if you guys didn't know, we have all these for sale on jtv.com, or you can click the shop button if you're watching through JTV Extra, and you can shop all of these kits and still watch our demo. So everything is available today, but we are limited quantities. These were brand new today on broadcast. We've got a few left, so we just want to show you and give you guys a more in-depth demo. All right, Sabrina, let's do it.
Let's get started. So this whole set normally takes about 3 hours to put together, and there is a YouTube video where I'm going to walk you through how to do it. And oh wait, that's not the right piece. There we go. So the cool thing about the YouTube videos is that I'm going to show you 7 different designs for creating your trees. So there's 7 different styles of trees on the video, and
will that come out on Jewel School's YouTube or your channel?
On the instructions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the instruction video, and there's a QR code that you're going to link to that is going to take you right to the video.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to show you. There's actually 2 videos for this one. The first one I show you 4 styles. The second one you get 3 additional styles. So it's great because you can really personalize this kit to whatever it is that you want to do with it. If you like the look of all the trees together like this, you can do that look, or you can do something more like this, which is kind of a more traditional style tree. So I wanted to give you flexibility, and it's the same kit to do whichever style you choose. But you get a lot of flexibility with it, so it's fun because your kit won't match your girlfriend's kit if you guys get them together. And,
yeah.
It's a great girls' night activity too, because it's kind of a 3-hour project. You know, if you don't drink too much wine when you're going, you're good.
Yeah, stay focused.
Yeah, exactly.
At least.
Yep.
Okay, so you've got your X-Acto knife. You're just kind of trimming off those edges. I had a question.
Sure.
What if you had, like, some of our customers maybe don't have the best hand control? Do you find the X-Acto knife hard to control?
The way we're using it here, not really. But if you needed to use a pair of scissors, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, it cuts. This Art Edge product cuts very easily. So yes, you could use a pair of scissors if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So here, this is the wider piece, and what I'm going to do is cut this into. Now I'm just going to flip over this board and use the back of it. So I'm going to make some trees out of this, and what I'm doing is just slicing kind of a triangular piece. It's not a very, you know, it's got a wider bottom than the skinnier top, but I'm going to do a couple of these so that we have some trees to put in our background, and you're going to have more than you need. I made sure that you have the flexibility to do a lot of different things with it. And so these trees are really easy. You can kind of see with something skinny like this, you can just put a split up the middle, and when you pair it apart, you've got 2 branches.
I love that. Okay, so you're not actually discarding any of this material.
No, nope. There's really little to no waste on this. You can, you know, and even if you do have little slivers left over, you can just use them to make more branches with.
No waste.
I'm big on no waste. Yes, definitely. So we're gonna kind of go with this, and then when you stick these down, and the fact that they're self-adhesive makes it super easy. So I'm just gonna peel the back off of this, and then I'm gonna lay this down at kind of whatever height I want the top of my trees to be, and then I'm gonna split that to 2 kind of top branches. There I go.
Oh, I love this.
And then we're going to peel the back off of this one. We're going to figure out where we want the tops of those trees, and then we're going to do this. So it's a really flexible product, and you know, the nice thing about this is the looser you are, the more natural it looks.
Yeah.
So it's the kind of thing that you don't want to get the ruler out. You don't want to be super, super precise about it. You actually want it to look as natural as possible, which means that all your little curves and your grooves are going to make it look better.
Yeah. So are you kind of like going for this style
Yes,
here?
yes. So I'm kind of looking at that style, and I'm just spreading these apart as I put them down.
Awesome.
There you go. And then once you have it down, you just cut the bottoms off so you know that they're exactly the right size. Peel them off. And then like this one, maybe I want to make this 2 branches instead. So I can just cut that baby like that, pick up the piece and move it over.
Wow.
And now I have another branch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's so easy. And I love that I just love there's no waste. You just kind of pull them to where you want them to go.
Yes, absolutely. And I still have more. If I wanted to add more trees, I could do that. I could cut those down.
So once again, in this kit, you get all 4 frames, boards, beads, everything you need. So this is just one style of the 4 Seasons tree. And then we have allergies here in Tennessee.
I know, and I live in the desert, so I'm like really feeling the allergies right now because I live in the desert of Nevada, and we don't have things blooming in the desert. So yeah, I'm feeling it. Excuse me.
Oh, hey, it's here. We all are with you. Okay, so guys, we are working through the tree. Then we're going to go through all the other kits as well. So go ahead.
So we are going to continue by putting the beads on, and this is where it's different than what people expect. So people expect mosaics to be glue first. And I tried that when I started this because that's what logic tells you. But I realized very quickly that it was really hard to do it that way because you're fighting against the glue. The glue is drying, it's getting sticky, everything's getting sticky with it. And so I had to figure out a way to work in reverse so that I could have the glue work for me instead of against me. And so I developed my own glue that you put on after. And it's called skinny glue because it's very thin and it likes to seep into little cracks, nicks and crannies and crags and spaces. And but it dries completely clear, and it's also totally non-toxic, so there's no bad smells or odors. You don't have to worry about you know, some of these toxic glues that are out there, and it is water-based. Yes, so
good.
easy to clean up. Yeah, and if you want to embellish your pieces with specialty beads, you can use any kind of a water-based PVA glue, and then they won't react to that. Yeah, so they won't react to each other, which happens.
So here you're just kind of tapping them out to fill in those spaces, just like tapping them out into a flat layer?
Yes, so you want to get them to a single layer of beads and just kind of do a little tap, tap, tap to get them into place. And there's not a lot of precision. You're not placing each bead one at a time with tweezers, which is kind of a misconception. Now, some of my professional pieces, I do one bead at a time, of course, but I don't want you to do that because I don't want you to hate me when you're done. I want you to have fun with the kits.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Yeah, I want you to enjoy it and
start here.
And this is kind of you know, you get a little impatient. I'm an impatient person, honestly, by nature. You wouldn't think so with what I do, but I love this technique because it goes so easily and so quickly.
Yeah.
So now we have the sky background done. And what season should we do? What do you think? We've got spring, summer, and winter.
I like spring because that's what we're in.
Okay. So we're going
almost summer, but
do our spring colors. And I like to use, I only put glass beads in our kits. I only use glass beads. And that's important because different materials of beads react different ways to glues. They react different ways to each other. So we're only using glass beads, but I am using a lot of different styles. So when you look really closely, you'll see bugle beads in here, you'll see opaque, you'll see rainbow colored, luster beads. I mean, there's just a bunch of different types. And so I'm just going to put these leaves right on top of my trees here and kind of make them a little sparse, because you know in the spring we don't have, not all the trees are full.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they, you know, we're just going to put them on here.
I love it.
However we like. And you can get as particular as you want. You know, you can get your tweezers out and move them around and get them in exactly the right space, but or you can just let them be where they are, and that's fine too. Now there are a couple of little gaps that you'll see down here, and those are going to be fixed during our touch-up phase. But then you're going to take this, and this is the magic part. This is where the glue comes in.
Magic happens.
And you're going to take your glue bottle, and you're just going to drop it on the top. And you don't want to squirt it too hard because you don't want to scoot the beads out of the way.
Okay.
And you also want to be careful not to put your tip too close, because you tend to scoot the beads out of the way. But this kit, yeah. So this kit has a special blend. This is called our Skinny Glue Special Blend, because it is a little bit thicker, because your top beads are a little more vulnerable than when they're all down at the bottom. And so we want to make sure that they're going to stick on there. But that's all. You're going to, you know, put them in there, and then you're going to let that glue seep down. And what I tell people, and there's an example right here that we did earlier today, is to put enough glue in that it shows the tops of the beads. So it's flooded, but it's not over flooded. And you can see the tops of the beads on that one that we did earlier.
Has that one been touched up yet?
No.
Okay,
No.
So yeah, so then after it dries, how it takes what, 24 hours
At least
to dry?
24 hours, depending on your humidity levels.
Okay.
So here on the East Coast, when I used to live in North Carolina, sometimes it took 3 days in the summer because the humidity levels were so high. Now that I live in the desert, it's like 12 hours sometimes. So it really is based on where you are and your living circumstances. But at least 24 hours to do the touch-ups, and then put another layer of glue on the top. And you just want to make sure that you give it enough time for the glue to not just dry to touch, but to really set. And it's really, you know, it's called skinny glue for a reason. It's very thin, but it will dry completely clear, like you see on these examples. There should be no white, no haze, nothing on that as far as color.
So
if you see any of that, it means it's not dry yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good tip. And I don't know when you want to talk about the glue stuff, but you know, these kits are exclusive to JTV, but you may find that this inspires you. There is a create your own kit, which I can't wait to get to. I'm like itching because it's just, I'm like feeling so confident. You make it look so easy, but it's probably the artist that's making it look so beautiful. But anyways, the glue is, you can buy the glue on her website.
Yeah, beadmosaic.com. We sell the glue in bottles. So when you buy the kit from here, you're going to get the squeeze bottle, and we'll just sell you the refills.
Yeah, then you can just refill your small bottle with the big bottle you get from her website.
Exactly.
And also, I did want to say the little frames come with the kit.
Yes.
You just pop them on once it's dry. And I think these are beautiful. I love your choice of the black wood
thanks.
frame. I really just appreciate the frame.
It's a classic look.
Yeah.
Works with pretty much any environment.
I love it. Okay, so also we had a couple questions. Could you do a technique like this on plexiglass?
You could. The plexiglass, what you want to be careful of is that there's no flex or bend in whatever your base product is.
Okay.
Because one of the things that makes these pieces so strong, like these, you know, I let thousands of people touch these at art shows, but part of that strength is that there's no bend, so the bond of the beads to each other doesn't break. So you don't want to do this on canvas. You don't want to do it on anything that has any kind of bend in it.
Like not on the back of my denim jacket?
Probably not, no.
Oh, man.
That you're still going to have to sew.
Okay. I want to cheat, but okay.
Yeah.
That would be so fun. I'm just so inspired. So, okay, next we're going to talk about the daisy kit and the kind of the other two. These next three kits are pretty kind of similar in their
in the technique.
And I'll just go ahead and start pulling that over.
Okay.
Here it is. push these guys out.
Sure. I'll put this over here.
Okay.
So the Daisy Bee and the stained glass kits are done using the same technique. Not the same technique as the trees, but the same technique as each other. And they are, again, a very kind of simple design in that you're going to get, with Daisy Bee, it's unique because it has the glitter strips instead of the black. So the black gives you that stained glass look. The glitter actually looks a lot like beads, and most people can't tell that it's not beads that are surrounding the edges. So it gives it a really different look. So the way the kits come is they're going to have the design printed on the board, like you see here, and I started laying the lines on it, but the design is laser etched onto the board. And then you're just going to start laying the strips right on top of it. They're self-adhesive, so they're going to peel right off of here and stick onto here. And then we're going to fill the areas with the beads. And so it's kind of a paint by number in a way, but there is some gradations of color and things, so there allows you some little creativity.
How do you do that? So, you know, it's a similar technique to you lay it on the strips like you did with the trees, but you don't have to cut anything. It's except where you need the line to stop, right?
Right. Where the line stops is all you're cutting.
And then you have these gradients. I don't know. Do you want to demo more on this one?
Yeah, I'll just do this really quick. I'll continue to show you guys kind of what we're doing here, and I can do that with the strips. You're just going to peel right off, and you want to be careful not to stretch these. So they will stretch, but they will also bounce back, and you don't want them to do that because then you'll end up with gaps in your board. Yeah, so be careful with that. So you just kind of want to lay them where they go, and they bend very easily. The thinner they are, the easier they bend. And these strips, we currently have them in black and white on the Bead Mosaic website. We will be carrying the glitter pre-cuts very soon, but you can also paint the white ones, which is kind of exciting because you can make them whatever color you want.
I used to go, like, I used to use really skinny tape in my paintings, and I would have to go to automotive shops to find that skinny specialized tape, so I really appreciate those strips. I know that you can't just like go find those anywhere.
Oh no,
I'm sure they're just...
Yeah, we have, they make them especially for us.
That's so cool.
And it took me a long time to find a manufacturer that would do what I was wanting. I'm like, no, they have to be this thin. And a lot of places were like, no, you don't need them that thin. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. I will not accept any less. Yes, we do.
Wow. And you don't have to cut your own. I mean, I just love that everything you need is in the kit to make this. So guys, the number for this kit is TUA001. And it's only $17.99 on Stretch Pay today. You totally need this. And free shipping, of course. Free shipping on all of these pieces today. You get the beads, you get the board, strips, tools.
Yep, everything you need. And even the frame. You don't even have to go to the store and buy a frame.
I know. I love it. It's a pretty black wood frame.
Okay, so we've got the daisy done. And you can do this in stages or you can do it all at one time. It's completely up to you, whatever your work needs are. And so we have do you have the beads for Daisy over there? Oh, I think it's right underneath here. Yep, there they are. Okay, so we're going to do this center part and kind of show you how to blend those colors.
Yeah, I'm interested in the blending.
Yeah.
Like I get if I need a solid color.
Yeah, the solid is easy. The blending, this is more of, it's a little bit of an advanced kit, just in that you want to take a little extra time to do the blending.
Okay.
So with the blending, there's going to be, it's kind of like feathering when you're painting.
Okay.
You know, you're gonna stretch that out a little bit. So I'm making it more solid here in the middle, and then I'm gonna pull these out a little, and then I'm gonna fill it with this, again, solid on the outside, and then kind of blending these guys together. like this. And then when you tap them down, you get an idea of kind of what your blending looks like. And you can add more of whatever color you feel like you would like. And so I kind of just let them fall where they may. I'm a big proponent of letting the beads have their personality, which is why I do not force them all to face the same direction. And traditional beading is a lot more uniform than my work. And I just love that the beads have their own personality, and I really try to play on that. So there we go.
Wow.
We have the blending from the orange to the yellow.
That's so, okay, that's a lot easier. I think I can do it now.
Yeah.
So you just kind of slowly fade them in and out. Start with the two solid colors and slowly fade them in and out.
And then I've got the little yellow beads left over because I need to do the bee.
Oh.
And so I'm going to have some beads left over for that.
Cute.
And you'll have more than enough beads to do whatever you need to, but you're also going to need to make sure that they're patted down to a single layer. And that's really important. Now the fun thing is that the strips are exactly the same height as a size 11 seed bead, which is what we're using on the background. So if you use the edges as your guide to tap them down, it makes it really easy to make it that single layer.
Okay, that makes, well, we had a question. Joey asked if you could just use glue and then put glitter over it for the strips, but they have to be that specific height for the design to kind of stay together.
They do,
right?
and what happens if you put glue down is once that glue dries with the glitter in it, it's going to shrink and it's going to be almost flat.
Okay.
And then the beads won't stay in their little sections.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll make it harder on yourself, essentially.
Yeah, unless you want that, unless you're going for that look. I mean, I wonder what it would look like if everything bled together, but
yeah,
we aren't going for that.
Yeah, no, you can definitely, I mean, I do a lot of work without lines at all. So, you know, like if you look on the tree, there's no lines on that. But this is a good place to start because for me, it's about teaching the technique, and it's about people kind of learning the basics so that they can expand their ideas and stuff from there.
Everybody's loving your demos. I have all 3 feeds pulled up here, and this is really exciting. We're streaming live on YouTube today, which maybe we should do every week, but yeah, this is so much fun. This is a special day, and this is my kind of demo. I love it's not like super perfectionism, but it's, you know, it's, you don't have to make it perfect.
Yes, exactly.
The glue makes everything okay in the end, I think. What was that all? Oh, it was just the little top.
Oh, I think, yeah, I don't know that it was much of anything.
Let me know if you guys have any questions. Yes, Sheila, perfect for girls' night. Carrie says she doesn't need another hobby. She's scared.
Well, if you have a hobby of collecting beads, this is how you use up those beads.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that hobby. My favorite hobby is collecting beads, and I have thousands of pounds of them, and this is a great way for me to use them up.
Man. What's your favorite kind of bead?
Oh, you know, I don't really have a favorite. I've learned to appreciate different types of beads over the years. I remember a time when I did not like opaque beads. I thought they were ugly. I was like, they have no style and they have no life to them. And then I started using primarily the transparent and the translucent beads. And I realized that they were really kind of flat on their own. But when I mixed them with the opaques, all of a sudden they both came to life. And so I have a real appreciation for the opaque beads now because I see how they complement the transparent and the other more glittery beads. So it's definitely been a learning process for me to learn all the different types of beads that are out there.
I'm inspired. Oh, Sheila asked, could you go smaller and do a necklace or earrings?
You could. That would be kind of a micro mosaic. And but it's also a little bit more tough because of the scale of the beads. You know, you can do these use a size 11 bead. You can go down to a 15, but they do. once you start looking at scale, you can't get too small.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult. Oh, wait, I wanted to talk about what did you just do with those antennas?
So I used the same strip and I just cut them at an angle at the ends so that it would make it a little pointed antenna.
Oh, cute.
And then we give you the black strip just for the bee because his body has a little bit of black on it. And so we didn't want to give him a silver body and, have him be all kind of off. We want him to be special and his own thing. So then we're going to take these yellow beads and put them right in these little gaps here. And now all of a sudden we have this beautiful little bee.
How cute is that?
There we are.
Oh, he's the cutest little bee ever. I bet a
Yeah.
ladybug would be kind of cute too.
Ladybugs are fun, yeah. Yeah, we have some other kits. We don't have any of these kits online. And this is the first of the glitter foam kits that we've ever had. So you guys got to debut the first one.
We're so lucky.
And we're hoping that we're going to have more in the future. But I thought this was a really good first commemorative, glitter mosaic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect example for that. With Daisy and sunshine. And okay, wait. So I had a question. In general, do you normally do all the bead laying before you do any glue, or do you ever do it in segments?
I like to do it in segments.
Okay.
Personally, you can with the kits do all of it at once, but I prefer to do it in segments because accidents happen. You bump something or you just don't have time. The way it sits now, you could easily, if you had to walk away from this, just pour the glue here and here, walk away. Tomorrow, you don't have to worry about those areas. You don't have to worry about your sleeve getting caught in them or a cat bumping them or something like that. So when I'm working on my pieces, I typically have 5 or 6 going at one time, and I'll work on something for an hour or two and I'll switch to something else, and it keeps me from getting fatigued, but then it also gives this time to dry and set aside. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, and then so here's the frame that comes with this kit, and you can just, once that's all done, pop it on. Do you want to do any glue on this, or do you want to move on to the create your own kit?
We can do that. I can put this aside.
Okay. Let's move on. I'm just so excited because this create your own kit, I have a lot of questions for you, and I feel like we didn't really get into this as much on broadcast today, so let's do that. And also, while you're getting that set up, I wanted to flash the stained glass kits, which are super popular. Hopefully we have a few of them left if you guys want to check out on these. These are 2 separate kits. There's a cool color and a warm color, and they're both the similar process as the Daisy and Bee. So you see the black lines and you can just fill in those with color, and these are just beautiful. We also have some seed bead kits if you wanted to recreate this design with a different color scheme or anything like that. And all those are in the show. If you just click the shop button on jtv.com/extra, you can see everything, or let me know if you need any item numbers for these pieces. And I'm just gonna pull these back now. Oh, yes, Andrew, thank you so much. That's just kind of how you can shop our app. You can see this is live, so you just click the little shop button. You could click the item, and the demo stays small, so we don't ever leave you. There are lots of ways to shop, though. You can shop on the app or anything else. Okay, so this is my favorite, I think gonna be one of my favorite kits. It's called Create Your Own. And yeah, I'll just let you take it.
So,
Sabrina.
one of the things that I get from so many people when I do shows is I have tons and tons of beads at home. What can I do with them? I love the idea, but I don't know how to get started.
Yes.
And so we designed the Create Your Own so that you have all the supplies you need minus the beads and the design. So you can do whatever you want with it. This kit comes with an 8x10 board, and this is one that I created in the studio yesterday using what I had. So many people think that in order to create this, you have to have thousands of pounds of beads, which I do. But I started with just a couple colors that I had left over from trying to make a bracelet that I was not successful at. So, you know, use what you have. And so I used what I had here in the studio, and I found these wonderful little charms, the dragonfly and this one here, and this is still really wet, so it's been 24 hours, but again, we are in Tennessee in the summer, and it is very humid outside. But I encourage you to just kind of get creative, and this was you know, something I came up with. I had this beautiful charm right here, and I thought, oh, what can I do with this? And this kind of has a comet effect or a rainbow effect. Also, I don't know if you can see in the white areas, there's these little accent beads right in here. I found those over here in somewhere. You have a great studio, by the way, with all the fun stuff. So I was poking around in her supplies back here, and I found this great dragonfly. So, you know, it's just about having fun with it. And, you know, I call it beading brave. You know, be bead brave and just grab your beads and see what you come up with. And you never know, you know, what it's going to be. So this guy is going to kind of go like that when we're done. And he's flying through this rainbow of incredibleness over here.
Really fun prism.
Yeah.
That's a great inspirational idea. I mean, you can even, like, that's a really cool geometric way to do it. And with the lines, these strips come with the Create Your Own kit. So
the way I did this yesterday was
the full kit I have right here.
I did a sketch on a regular sheet of bond paper. This is what I came up with. Sketched it with my pencil, and then the Create Your Own kit comes with the carbon paper and a piece of trace paper. So you've got carbon paper. Here's the trace paper if you want to trace like a coloring book pattern or a drawing of your dog or something that, you know, we were talking about that earlier.
Do you think people understand what that means? I mean, I don't know if people understand carbon paper, but I guess they kind of do.
Well, it's an
old-fashioned
old-fashioned
card machines, right?
It's an old-fashioned way of doing things, but it makes it really easy. So what I did was I took my drawing, I took the carbon paper, I set it right on top, I put it on the board, I used the stylus to just trace it. So here we go. We're going to lay this down, dark side down, and then we're going to put this on the top, and I drew the outline of the board so I knew exactly where to line it up. And then you're just going to take the stylus,
which comes in the kit.
Comes in the kit, and you're just going to kind of do your little outline, and when you look, there it is.
Ta-da!
And it's super easy. And the nice thing about carbon paper is, unlike using pencil where the lead dust will get into the glue and kind of muddy it up, this won't do that. So it's going to stay on there. It's a great product to do that with. But it's really easy to just, you know, kind of trace what you already did. So you're going to make all your little errors on your piece of paper. Use your pencil and eraser. And then just go to town, sketch it on there.
Wow.
There's our design. And then you're going to use the wide strips that are supplied. You get 4 wide strips, enough to cover the outside edges like I did here. You're going to put those down first.
Okay.
And these serve 2 purposes. So they're going to keep the glue from seeping out, but they're also going to give the frame a place to sit. So this little lip underneath here, that way you're not crushing your beads. So that that serves multiple purposes. You're going to use that. And then the do-it-yourself, the Create Your Own comes with 18 pre-cut strips. And you might not use them all. You might, I mean, it's a lot of strips. So you'll probably have some left over. I did this one yesterday and only used half of what I had on my paper. So, and we do sell the strips in packs of 100 pre-cut for you. So you don't, now when I started, I had to cut these by hand with a metal ruler myself. No. And I used to try to pay my kids to cut these for me, and they were like, Mom, there is nothing you can pay me good enough to do that. Like, it was, they really hated it.
I can't, I don't want to do that. I can't.
They are pre-cut for everybody now, which is such a blessing. You would not believe the dance I was doing the day I got these from the factory. Like, I was doing the jig in a big way.
So awesome. I love it. And, oh, did you do this? Was this Create Your Own? Can I show this?
This was. This is one of our geometric kits that we have available, and that one's still got some wet glue on it. Again, we did that yesterday.
I won't move it. I don't need to be doing
It's okay. It's okay. It's actually fine. It's not super runny. It's just not dry yet.
Here, let's just show it overhead. I just think it's cool, and I love. Okay, so when you do those round shapes, I mean, these strips are easily bendable, so
Yes.
they can really, you know, you just follow them like you would with a piece of tape almost.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
So you don't have to do straight lines or angles or anything like that.
And if you do get, you know, if you do make a circle and it's not quite right, this tool is great because it's got these wonderful edges on it. You can just scoot this around with that a little bit and do little touch-ups with it. So it's a great multi-tool. So it serves as a scoop, but then it's also kind of a touch-up tool as well. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have any other questions. Okay, well, I guess what is the wax pencil for?
Okay, so this little guy is a great fun tool. Do we have any beads? Yeah. And this is kind of a bonus tool. So you have your tweezers, your non-magnetic tweezers, which are fabulous. That's these. But sometimes you just need something a little easier. So this wax pencil, because this is velvet, it's not gonna want to pick it up. But this is a pencil, it's wax on the tip, so you're just gonna do that and pick it up. Now, what this works really well for is flat back gems.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you have your flat back gems, sometimes they're harder to pick up with the tweezers because you can't get just the right amount of pressure on it. So you just touch this with the wax pencil. And boom, you just pick it up.
One more time. He's zoomed in now.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that comes in every kit.
This comes in every kit. Yeah, you're getting the
cool.
wax pencil, you're getting the tweezers, the stylus, the knife with extra blades, the multi-purpose scoop tool, the touch-up tray. You're getting 3 triangles and the X-Acto knife in the carrying case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the touch-up phase real quick? Just
let me do that.
We have about 10 minutes left.
Sure.
And
sure. So this is my little assistant Miko here. And so once you pour the glue the first time, you're going to end up with something that looks something like this. And when you take a close look, see how there's some gaps in here? That's normal. Okay. What you're going to do is put your beads in your touch-up tray, and then you're going to use your tweezers to fill in those gaps with drop a bead in it. Yeah, just the same color bead. You're going to drop it in the little gap, and then you're going to pour that layer of glue over the top again. And that's going to seal everything. It's going to be your final thing. And then when you're done, it'll look something like this.
Okay.
So you'll see how much more complete this is because I did all the touch-ups.
So did you do these first?
Yeah, so these guys are up here.
Right.
And so if you have any kind of embellishments or bigger beads that you want to incorporate, you want to glue those down first.
Okay, sorry, you may have said that and I was just...
No, that's fine. That's fine. So usually I do that. Once you lay the lines, you can add these, whatever they are. Just glue them down with solid glue, and then let them dry a little bit, and then when you do this, they'll stay in place.
Okay, that's good to know too. Okay, I love it. He's so cute. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He came in as a cutie.
Okay, so here's that kit online. Create your own bead mosaic kit. Today it does have free shipping because it's a brand new item, so don't miss out. It's $59.49, or you can get it on stretch pay, of course. So that's everything you get. You get the glue, and you get the instructions. And Sabrina has an incredible website where she has so many more tutorials, and you know, she has a huge following, so she'll answer your questions. She's there for you.
Yeah.
This is what she does full time. She's a full-time bead mosaic artist.
Yep, this is what I do day in and day out.
Yeah.
And I love what I do.
Where are you based out of?
We are in Lake Tahoe.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So I do a lot of nature works because I have a lot of inspiration right outside my front door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, thank you. You've been such an inspiration, and we really appreciate you being with us, and we've had fun. We've had a full morning, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. It's been a busy day, but I've loved every minute of it. I've had so much fun here with you guys.
Oh, okay. Yes, Kim. Okay, so I might try to get these last little questions,
absolutely,
which we may have gone over. Jessica, I think you may know the answer, how the beads are attached to the board now. It's the glue, the special glue,
my skin
which comes with the kits. And do you ever use bigger bead shapes, such as check glass flowers, leaves? How long did it take to do the big tree? I think some of these people had just tuned in a little bit late. So let's talk about that tree, and then tell us the name of your Facebook page and your YouTube page, all your pages.
Okay. So this tree of life, I did use some of the check flower beads that you were asking about. They're right here in the spring, so I have the flowers on there. So yeah, you can really use any type of bead, and the ones that work the best are anything that has a flat back on them. When they're completely round, you have to be a little bit more careful with them. But yeah, you can find my original artwork on sabrinafryart.com. You can find out anything about the beadmosaic.com is kind of our website for all the do-it-yourselfers. And we have our own kits, which are not as nice as the ones you guys have. But we do offer our own kits. We offer the glue and resources for you to get started and things like that. We do not sell beads, no interest in selling beads at all. I want you to, to use the beads you have and get more. But you can find me anywhere, Facebook, Instagram at Sabrina Fry Art, or you can go Bead Mosaic Facebook group, and also beadmosaic.com.
And this took how many hours to make?
That was about 70 hours of work.
70 hours.
Yeah.
You can tell it's incredible. It's a piece of art. And I just saw real quick, I saw that you're having a competition on your website.
We are. So our Bead Mosaic Facebook group, we hit, the competition was to hit our 20,000 member thing and to celebrate 4 years in existence, and now we're at 23,000 members since May 1st. And so we're doing a competition that's sponsored by some of the different bead suppliers and myself, and it's mammals, not people, but mammals.
Okay.
And it can be 2D or 3D, and the entries need to be in by the end of July, so July 29th, which is our 4-year anniversary.
Okay, so when you guys get your kits home, take a picture, either do the kit or create your own mammal, and then you can submit it. Oh, how cool.
And all the details are on the Facebook group. You just need to be a member of the group, which there's no cost or anything. Just join us. And there's a great, incredible things that people are doing with this. I absolutely love seeing all the creativity out there and see what people do. Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I'm so inspired. And just thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I hope I come back too. This was fun.
Yay. Okay, guys, we'll check out on all these kits. Check out Sabrina online. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you again here tomorrow at 2 p.m. for more demos.
Bye.